All right, hello. My name's Corey. I'm from Dynamic Corvettes. We're going to do a little video here on showing you some tips and techniques on how to prep some of our carbon fiber parts and get them ready for a clear coat so you can finish them and put them on your vehicle. So here we have a part that is fresh out of the mold. It's got a clear gel on top of it that you will sand down and then prep it for paint. So just two little things that we use for sandpaper materials is just B2 motor guard soft block with a piece of 320 grit sandpaper on it. And then to finish it off, we just use a gray, softer Scotch-Brite, and that's what gives you this nice dull finish. So I'm just gonna show you a real quick way, just go through and sand it until all the shiny spots are taken care of. Some of the areas that you can't get into, like where the screw holes are, try to get in there as best as you can with some sandpaper, but if not, you can just go in and scuff that up really well. But we're just looking for a nice even sand scratch. When the clear coat gets applied onto the panel, you don't want to see anything heavier than the 320. You can work it up to 400, 600 if you'd like, but we found that 320 grit is by far the best as far as not showing up scratches and the best adhesion for the clear coat to apply to it. You're going to go through and you're going to sand the whole thing, you're going to run over it with the Scotch-Brite, and then you're going to go through and you're going to pre-clean everything to make sure there's no wax or oil on top of the surface before you apply the clear coat. So in our pre-clean-out, we mainly use PPG products, so it's SX440 is the strongest they have and SX330 is the least strongest. We use 440 because you never really know with waxes coming off the molds if there's any wax or clay left over. It literally just takes everything off it, and we've never had any issues with fish eyes or any type of problems that come with the solvents and clear coat. So highly recommend using a pre-cleaner before you paint any parts. We'll splice in the next part where we show you what the finish looks like after. Here we are the next day. We got our second application of clear coat down. We call this the flow coat. This is what we're gonna end up wet sanding and polishing out for the final on the vehicle. Here on the panels, to match the vehicle, instead of just leaving everything solid carbon, I came in here and striped this off and blacked this out. So when it goes up against the car, it kind of blends in. This is our PPG clear. DC 4000 is what we use on some of our vehicles. We'll end up going through these and knocking them down with some 600-800 and then working it up to 3,000 or 4,000 and do a final polish. We'll go from wool pad to white foam, then black pad, then a blue pad. So four different buffing pads to get the final shine out of these products that we're producing here. Again, there's a little bit of dirt in them, so this will have to get wet sand and polished, but everything gets wet sand and polished. Okay, so when you receive our gel-coated parts, it's going to have a clear coat finish on it. As in the beginning of the video when we explained how you want to prep it to put your clear coat on, that's what you're going to want to do if you're going to have these out in the sun. And it's just something good to have on there so you can wet sand and polish it and make it look really nice. So you'll end up sanding these down and then you'll end up clear coating and making it what we see here. Just because of the UV protection, when it's out there in the sun, nothing's going to fade, nothing's going to look dull or anything like that. So it's going to have that nice automotive shine to it. So that's just something that you could want to consider, whether if you're doing it at home or if you're going to send it over to a body shop or something like that. This is the kind of process that you'd want to take to make it look like how we see here. So thank you for watching.